Two new mixers for all you natural water anglers out there, Supernatural and Supernatural Dark. Let's find out more about them.
There's a big difference between developing a commercial pellet-based ground bait and a natural water one, and that's because a natural ground bait has so many more ingredients in it. Without giving away the secret recipe, things like salt come into play massively, especially in deep and warm water, because a lot of the time fish like roach, skimmers, hybrids, bream spend a lot of time swimming around off the bottom, and salt changes the pH around and above the bait. Fish can detect this, and if you put salt in a ground bait, that works in the water above it, fish detect it and move down to feed on your area. Sugar or sweetener, again, very important, especially for skimmers and bream. For some reason, them fish love sweet ingredients, but getting the right kind of sweetener is vital. Anything that's acidic or a little bit bitter is not right. It needs to be a natural sweetener, and we've gone for a lovely caramel, natural sweet taste in these mixers. And then there's the base ingredients as well. Loads of different kinds of biscuit out there, sweet biscuit, chocolatey biscuit, basically crushed up biscuits, loads of different kinds. We've had to find the right ones for the mix, not only so it smells and tastes right, but also so it reacts properly in the water. You don't want too much coming off a mix, and also so it mixes effectively as well. Loads of variables, absolutely pain in the backside to get right, that part of it. And then breadcrumbs. Me personally, I'm really fussy about what kind of bread and crumb goes into a ground bait. Anything that's old, cheap and stale, it's got that sour edge to it, and that is not what you want when you're fishing for natural fish, especially roach. They don't like old, stale breadcrumb. So a fresh, golden brown crumb, we've had to source that. Took a long time getting right, but we're finally there with it.
The versatility of mix is so important, and with the Supernatural Dark, it's ideal for fishing clearer waters, whether it's lakes, deep canals or even rivers. You know, when you're fishing in clear water, it's really, really important that you put a ground bait in that it's not too obtrusive, it's not glaring at the fish. This mix is perfect. You can put it in, wet it down, get it down heavy, or you put it in with less water in it, make a fluffy mix, get more pinging off it, and it draws the fish down the flow. Supernatural, it's just the same mix. It's a beautiful mixture, but the beauty about it is you can fish it in coloured water and these lakes. It gives you more visibility, but it still gives you the activity that's needed in this kind of ground bait to catch every kind of fish. One of the nicest things about the Supernatural and the Supernatural Dark is they've got a variety of textures built into the mix. That means you can add water as you see fit, and you can also create a different mix with these different textures. So you put more water in, you get a bit more of an inert mix, but it still starts to kick up off the bottom. There's thick bits ping off, fish attractants. If you want to have a dry mix, you can make it even more active. So you've got such a variety of mixtures in these two ground baits. It just does so many things for you.
These two new Supernatural mixers have been designed to cover loads of different situations for natural venues, and when each come into play, all depends on water clarity for me. If the venue you're fishing, like a canal or a river, is really clear in the colder months, make sure you use the dark. During testing, a lot of the team and myself have found the Supernatural Dark brilliant on clear venues. But when you go into the spring and summer months, when the water is a little bit more coloured, don't be afraid of trying the Supernatural, because that yellowy, really attractive colour seriously comes into play when the fish are feeding a bit more confidently. And don't be afraid of using a 50-50 mix. That can work brilliant if you're a bit unsure about, oh, I don't know if I want a dark mix, I don't know if I want a really light coloured mix. A 50-50 mix of the two can be absolutely deadly. These two new Supernatural mixes are going to play a massive part in my fishing, both in the UK and abroad. Ireland, France, Germany, Hungary, Italy, out of Mongolia. If the fish there eat and love natural ground baits, these two are absolutely bang on.